Okay, before we start today, apologies for not doing much of a stream yesterday, guys. I thought I'd have some fun looking through some bootlegs, big figs, and minifigures. First of all, we'll start with the Thing Big Fig. Now, this is a bootleg version of Thing. I have three versions of them, actually. They're bootlegs. I have my opinion is, I like this version better. Well, I hate this version and this version quite a bit. But at the same time, I'm still going to keep them around because I need something to laugh at. And literally burst out laughing, wondering who in their right mind would buy this. Oh, wait, I did. I mean, how... Now, there are some... Oh, hello, Mayo. How are you doing today? Here's a fake Big Fig that might be hilarious to a lot of you. A see-through Hulk. It's the Ultra Gamma Hulk, probably, because he's literally a see-through type Hulk. Yeah, I have a lot of fake bootleg Big Figs that I picked up at the flea market more than once. So a lot of these Big Figs are flea market hauls. Here's another one. King Kong and Godzilla Big Figs. Both fakes, but they're pretty funny looking. I gotta admit, this is probably the first time I've ever picked up anything based off Godzilla. And it's pretty accurate. If this was a lot bigger, it would be a pretty accurate Godzilla figure. If it was a little bigger and if it was more of a jumbo sized, I could almost do a stop motion on King Kong versus Godzilla because both of these are from the same set. Oh, it's okay. I was just happy to have one person in the stream for a little bit. Go ahead and rest if you need a rest. I don't mind. I'm just doing a small review anyways. I mean, thing is, I'll have to figure it out sooner or later. All right. So, in other words, here's the closest you'll ever come to me doing a King Kong versus Godzilla stop motion. Roar! Roar! Boom! Oh, me! He got me in the Lord! Oh, my legs! He punched me in a very, very painful spot. Why, you little... Yeah, would be fun if they were a little bigger, though. But that's the King Kong Godzilla Big Fig fakes. This is the only good Thing Big Fig that's ever been made. And this was made by DQ or whatever. DCool or something. And this is pretty accurate. I mean, even the molding is very accurate with the Big Fig figure of Thing from the Lego Marvel Superheroes game. So for those of you who don't know, Lego Marvel Superheroes made this character. There was a Lego Marvel Superheroes video game, and this design seems to be taken clear out of the video game and put into Big Fig form. Even though it's a fake, it's a very accurate fake. Which it's surprising to find something so accurate with that version. As for these two, ugh, this face could freak anybody out. Look at that. Let's get him a little closer to the camera. I just have him gazing into the camera. Take a close look and tell me that isn't scary or creepy at all. This is probably the worst fake I've ever laid eyes on. This is the worst bootleg right here I've ever looked into the eyes of, because he's horrifyingly horrible. Now there are some, because I didn't do a stream yesterday hardly, so I thought I'd do one. Plus I'm going to the store later, hopefully. So I'm just doing a quick stream on some other characters. Here's probably the most hilarious Big Fig fake I've ever seen. Bootleg Big Fig. Why a yellow Hulk? Lego Big Fig, Mike Tyson. Wait, you mean this is Mike Tyson? That's Mike Tyson? I didn't know he looked this way. Me, Mike Tyson. Me, punch yellow Hulk in face. Boom. Me, Mike Tyson, the greatest boxer in history. Boo. Yeah. Oh, my face. Ah, me next. It's clobbering time. It's clobbering time. This is the Thing from the Fantastic Four. Now, if you're wondering, yes, this is fully molded version of him. I mean, for a fake, this is a very good fake of him. A very good fake version of him. And I wish Lego would do this. Lego, take a look. This is what I want. Please give me this. Because I really want this version to come out in sets. Also, the fake companies also have made a Rhino figure. Not a very nice, compared to the Thing Big Fig, he's not as well designed. The only thing that's accurate, if they had put eyes on the side of his head as well as ears, he'd look a little more accurate, but they just left him blank. So he just looks like a guy in a yeah, it is awful. But it's the closest to the character we'll ever get. Anyways, here's another one you might know. Hopefully, I'm just going to let you guess who this one is. If you're happy and you know it, say hello. If you're happy and you know it, say hello. If you're happy and you know it, and you really outshow it. If you're happy and you know it, say hello. Compared to most of this is actually pretty accurate with the character he's based off of. And I have to admit it. I literally want to do a stop motion where he says, I'm the Juggernaut. But in the end, I would have to break my rule and cuss in that stop motion. And I'm not going to do that. I will not taint my tongue in bad language. Don't look at me like that. I am the Juggernaut. Puny Juggernaut. Okay, now on to characters that are 100% based off a version. Here's a Groot Big Fig, a fake one. Now, I'm going to bring out one that's more accurate that I've built. I'm going to bring out my rebuilt Groot Big Fig for comparison. Okay, he is a little taller than the one I redesigned, but this version is more accurate than this version. Then in this category, the actual Lego one wins. the fake loses. Because, sorry, I just don't like the fake. Even though the design is pretty nice, I would have liked for them to put some little vine detail on his arms and just to look a little more accurate. It just looks like they just remolded the Groot Big Fig top half and just made it a little more smoother, like they sanded it down a bit. No offense to that bootleg. And a lot of people don't even own a Groot Big Fig, so they can't really do a review, but there are usually people who can because they have the Groot Big Fig. I'm one of the guys who pretty much has it, so he could do a review on it. Another Big Fig. Terrible Big Fig. That's a fake. Nerd Bird? Is it Nerd Bird or Big Bird? I don't know. He looks like Nerd Bird to me. My character has many abilities because he is my ultimate character. He can't be defeated either. No. Roll for initiative. No. My character is awesome. He won't be defeated. You rolled a nat 1. You will die. Your character has died instantly. No. Yeah, that's my insult to that character. Now let's move on to other Big Figs that just look like a recolor of a Hulk Big Fig. Okay, recolored Hulk Big Fig. Here's the thing. I love the gray Hulk, so it's kind of sad to literally have to tell and say what I have to say. This is a recolored Hulk Big Fig, in my opinion. I mean, let's put an actual Hulk Big Fig next to him. You'll see they just decided, let's change the original Hulk Big Fig to gray. That'll be perfect. No, it will not. It's an insult to the Hulk in general. Regular Brick Studios, you still in the stream, or am I talking to myself? But anyways, now there's a difference between him and most Big Figs. I added this piece for an extra detail because I wanted to make him a little more nicer looking. I might do a Gray Hulk stop motion using this guy because I've always wanted to do the Gray Hulk as a character in a stop motion. So, yeah, I might do that. Gray Hulk. Oh. Yep. Now for bootlegs of characters that are 100% bootlegs of just existing Lego characters. Oh boy, why am I annoyed? Darkseid and Gorilla Grodd. Why? Why bootleg these characters? Why not do a reskin of them or a recolor of them? Do like different versions of them. You would think these people would do that, but they never seem to think of the ideal design. And the ideal design is to recolor them and redesign them. Make your own character or make your own design. I mean, one bootleg company used the original Gorilla Grodd design to make King Kong, for crying out loud. And I could literally use this gorilla as a normal gorilla because he has no designs that would scream Gorilla Grodd. So let's put him in a jungle theme. I'm going to quickly use a jungle build for a design to see how he would look in a jungle aesthetic. If I was to put him into a jungle themed build, let's see what he would look like. Okay, guys. Let's see. There he is in the jungle. He surprisingly works pretty well in my little jungle diorama. So, yeah, that big fig could work as a actual gorilla. So, I give this big fig design A, and for originality, the fact that I can use this as more than just a big fig for stop motion recreation. I mean, I could use this guy in a mock as an animal because he's literally would fit in that kind of thing. Hopefully, Regular Bricks returns so we can continue our own chat because I was enjoying our chat. All right, next up, Terracotta Warrior fakes. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now we're going down the territory of terrible fakes. These are a Terracotta Warriors type thing. Now you can get these. Now you can get them in several versions. You can get them in non-Terracotta Warrior forms and in normal forms. But you can get several different versions. And the pack comes with several different versions. My advice, throw away the minifigures, keep the armor. The armor makes for some pretty cool looking figures. You also come with some pretty cool weapons. The weapons are pretty cool, like that little design. This sword. A cool looking cross or ballista weapon. One of these. One of these. You also get some pretty cool shields. I mean, we're literally going through the whole collection here, people. And already, you get a lot of weapons. You get a lot of weapons and a lot of designs. I mean, this set, you get a lot of custom weapons and parts. Here's another one of those weird looking side weapons. But no offense to one design, I'm not a big fan of the old, hey, let's add extra weapons that just, I do understand why they're doing this design because it's pretty cool looking. So I give this set a 10 out of 10 in creativity. And that is far more than what I'm willing to give. But keep in mind, creativity is very important. A lot of these big figs, if only the figures themselves were easy to keep in one piece and didn't feel like they were going to fall apart. What do I mean? These figures are really terribly designed and made, so it's kind of wonky. But pretty much they break incredibly easily. That's the main thing. These figures break incredibly easy, and that's the only complaint I have for them. Other than that, they're pretty cool looking fakes. Word of advice, get the sets. Just keep the armor. Don't keep anything else. Don't keep the minifigures because the figures are just ugh. I mean, their faces make them look horrible. I mean, I'm made out of clay and I'm gonna fall apart. Oh, I think. On guard. That's for being fakes. That's for being terrible looking. And your armor will be used for customs. All right. I think we've kind of reached another piece of the movie. We don't know what. Anyways, yeah, I would recommend getting the set just for the armor. That's it. But there are so many bootleg sets that I found that are actually pretty good. Then there are some that are just horrible and they need to be thrown in the trash. Like that one version of Rhino. I wish they'd redesign him. But then again, it's a whole lot better than the version that has an exosuit. But then again, would I really want that? The question is, what do I want for Lego to start doing? Make us some more cool figures that are cooler than the actual figures. Here's some fakes that I actually like that are pretty cool. I wish they'd do battle droids this way because they'd be a lot easier to keep in one piece. But basically, the set is a bunch of Dark Troopers. And Dark Troopers are a lot like the Terminator. So these guys could almost make the Terminator. Using the same design. I think they really should go ahead and try to make the Terminator with this design. Because these are very accurate with the Dark Troopers. Could you imagine what if they use this design for the Terminator systems? I mean, in the end, they're pretty cool looking, though. Sadly, this is one of the sets where this is one of the cases where the fakes are better than the actual figure. I have 4 normal Lego Dark Troopers compared, and I've compared them already, and compared to the actual Lego version, these are much better. So I kind of feels bad for, and I don't know whether to feel bad I don't know whether to feel like, because in the end, they're still fakes. But better than the actual Lego versions. Oh man! But at the same time, I like for stuff to be accurate. That's my problem. If I want accuracy, I go to different companies and buy different parts. Like, if I want to be more accurate with World War II, I buy World War II style equipment and weapons for my minifigures. But in the end, these are pretty cool, and I give them a one. Now, I already did a review on a lot of these other figures I'm going to be bringing out, but pretty much, I think I'll do a review on the Bad Batch set next, so let's get these guys out of the way. I'll leave those terracotta warriors in the back on the ground because we might need to make them look like they've done carnage. There's the sniper dude. Here's the now. For the case of Tech, he's not a very nice looking figure compared to the other figures. So sadly, Tech loses this round. Again, I mean, this version of Tech loses 1 point because his design is terrible looking. I mean, it's more accurate with the show, but at the same time, even with accuracy being good, he still has a terrible looking helmet and design. And I can't really overlook the terrible design. There is a rule I go by. If a figure looks terrible, I have to call it out. Just the glass's design looks terrible, but the helmet itself looks pretty good. I give this set of figures a 100 out of 100 because it looks pretty accurate to the show. I mean, I already have a few of them out, so let's see if I can find the rest of them really quick. Yeah, I had to find Hunter. Sorry. It feels like I'm missing another character. Oh, Wrecker! Now I remember. Okay, found Wrecker. Yeah. Anyways, this is a bunch more bootlegs This is the Bad Batch bootleg set. Pretty accurate with the show, actually. Compared to other brands that have done it, pretty accurate. And if these were custom, hey Exhaustion, welcome to the stream. Like I said, if these were now, what I'm going to say for the 155th time, if these were customs, they'd be pretty good customs. So these would count as customs in my opinion, but at the same time, if I could put them on the actual Lego bodies of them, I could probably make them accurate. First design I'd remove is the belts, the lower part like the belts, except for on Wrecker, because it'd be more accurate with their height. Let's put this backpack back on Tech, whatever his name is. Flea markets and Amazon. Once in a while I buy them on Amazon for a bit of an extra, so I can start reviewing them so you guys can know whether they're good or not, if they're a good buy or not. And keep in mind, these are all I make a vow that unless I do make one rule in them though. Unless they're figures of stuff that doesn't exist, or unless the figures are one-of-a-kind design, I won't buy them. And because these designs are one-of-a-kind in design, I went ahead and bought them. So these designs are probably the first time I've seen them in this way. Anyways, let's go ahead and remove the Bad Batch. Actually, let's leave them right here. We'll leave them around the Terracotta dead warriors laying around. Of course, we're on to another territory. Hopefully we don't get insulted or attacked by the Sonic fandom for this one. Tails, Amy, Knuckles, the Echidna, Silver the Hedgehog. If you're wondering, I'm reading off a character card to help know which one is which. Shadow the Hedgehog. Sonic. Here we go. Sonic and Supersonic. My thoughts on this set is pretty good, actually. Design-wise, I would like if they had actually taken the time to paint the noses completely and done the chins right, but pretty good, actually. Very nice design, and I do kind of have to admit I like these designs. Now, I wish Tails had a molded piece for his tails instead of them being printed on his back, because that removes a point for Tails. Tails is officially the worst bootleg minifigure ever made. Sorry, Tails. You're being put in the bin of offal alongside the Naruto characters. That's right. You're being put in the bin of awful figures, which includes Naruto and his unit. Oh boy. Let's just hope you don't catch anything from Naruto. Because knowing them, they're probably carrying diseases. Yeah, the heads are decent. You're right on that part. As for Tails, if he had his molded tails, he would get a little more respect from me, but they just had to make him a minifigure. So he gets put in the bin of awful figures, which includes the Naruto universe. As for Sonic, as for Sonic, he gets put in the bin of actual bootlegs of existing characters, because there is a bootleg. There is actually a minifigure of Sonic, and I have that minifigure. It came from the Lego Dimensions sets, so actual fact, these guys can't hide behind the fact that they actually bootlegged an actual figure. Now, well, I'd have to look. I'll look for them really quick, but if I can't find them, there won't be a comparison. Just give me a second to get all these figures into the box. My opinion on the fake version of Sonic just looks weird. They gave him a shadow quill design, and I don't like that on Sonic. He looks angry. When in actual fact, he's supposed to be calm and collected all the time. That is Sonic. When he's calm and collected. When he looks like he's going to go attack people and kill people, like looks like a psychopath. He looks like he started drinking something he shouldn't have. This version of Sonic looks like he's gone and drunk and taken stuff he shouldn't have. Which begs the question, why bootleg Sonic of all characters? I mean, come on, guys. You can get away with the other figures because Lego hasn't done them yet. But this character, there's an actual existing... I found it. I think the existing Lego mini, and don't compare them to furries. Sonic the Hedgehog was around long before the furry fandom ever existed. Just saying. The furry fandom never existed back when Sonic first came out. So let's not compare them that way anymore. Yeah, I like the original, the actual mold, the actual Sonic the Hedgehog mold, the original, compared to this new mold. This new mold looks terrible. I mean, if it was used for just shadow in general, it would be a good mold. But it's being used for Sonic, so yeah, that figure's going in the bootleg pile. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, they didn't even bother to give him his back printing. Look. Ah, good. I love it. They forgot the back printing. Yeah. The original Sonic the Hedgehog head was more better in design than this version. I do own the actual Sonic the Hedgehog figure. This is from the Lego Dimension sets. Lego Dimension sets. Dimensions. I don't own the set itself, the original set. I mean, the newest set that just came out. Ah, Silver the Hedgehog. There's one thing I have to say about this character. It's no use. Go in the back, please. Amy Rose. Ooh, gross. I had to pick up a pink figure. Ew. That's worse than messing with Naruto figures. Ugh. I think I'd rather build with the Naruto figures as a mock design than to touch that figure again. In fact, go back and go. Her legs fell off. Good, she died. Best story in history. Knuckles the Echidna. Okay, this one's actually accurate. I like the molded hands. I like those designs. As for the head, it's oversized. He looks like a bobblehead. It's bobblehead Knuckles. Come on. Why would they make Knuckles a bobblehead? I'm expecting him to start going like whoop, 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 bobble a bunch. I wonder if they got bobblehead minifigures, because that'd be funny. But that Knuckles from Uganda. Knuckles from Uganda. I agree. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. I better put my original Sonic away. What? Ah! That's the fake! I don't want to touch the real. I mean, I want to grab the real one. There we go. Put the real one back in the box of interesting minifigures. Medical condition. Yes, he has a serious medical condition. That's the only problem with this version of Knuckles. Back in the back with you. And now, figure that actually 100% is a bootleg, in my opinion. Shadow, what are you doing there? You don't look at the princess like that. My word. Okay, my thoughts. Now we're down to territory of 100% bootleg territory. 100% a bootleg. Not even remotely a custom design. We already know 100% that there are bootleg figures. But this is probably the worst bootleg I've ever seen because it's 100% accurate with the actual figure. Okay, what's you guys' thoughts? One complaint I have for this fake, her hand comes off too easily. It keeps falling off every time I seriously use it. If I try to use it in a stop motion as a diplomat, her hand falls off. I thought about gluing it back on. If somebody has two of these and wants to get rid of one of them, I will buy it off you seriously. Just so I can do a review on this fake figure next to a real one. Because I actually believe this is accurate with the real one. Now, the figures that came with her. A whole set of clone troopers came with her. And they were all wearing the same design. Whoops, that's not fake. How many were there? A whole armada of clones. And I'm not even done setting them down yet. If you guys think that should be it, no, it's not. There is still a whole bunch more to set down. 1, 2. Yeah, but could you imagine how many figures comes with this set? I mean, compared to most of the actual sets Legos come out with, of course, here's the thing. Say hello to Red Fox. I mean, Commander Fox. Captain Fox. And take a good long look at this version. I'll give you 3 seconds before you guys tell me, oh, put it in the garbage. Because already I'm looking at this thing and I'm thinking, trash. Sir, don't fall for these. They are always so tempting. Oh, what did I miss? Sir, don't fall for these. They're always so tempting. I know they're always so tempting. Thing is, they're actually pretty solid figures. I mean, their bodies are very tough and actually pretty durable compared to most minifigures fakes I've picked up. So, actually, I actually would say that's a terrible fig right here. If the helmet, if you had a custom, now, if you have a Clone Army Customs Fox helmet, this would be a perfect set to buy because then you could just build a custom Commander Fox using this torso. And it has all the details it needs to make a Commander Fox. And as for the troopers, you got yourself a whole unit of troopers. And you can also use the armor for other things. I mean, come on, you could literally make an army using that. But yeah, that's terrible. I mean, that was a terrible fox. Queen Amidala, though, looks very accurate. Now for the last but not least on fakes. Ah, yes. The creme la creme of fakes. The ones I actually liked when I got them. Because they're camouflage. Say hello to the camouflaged unit of clones who actually look more accurate and capable of staying alive. We'll live! We'll defeat the enemy! Because we are the camouflage clones! We are the camouflage clones! We are the camouflage clones! Who never run! We'll keep on charging forward. Up, 2, 3, 4, we love Marine Corps! The one with the wings on the helmet. Oh. Give me a second. You mean this one? I think he's supposed to be him. I don't know. I'll hold him closer up to the thing so you can get an idea what he is. Oh. You can also remove the armor. You can also remove the armor and it still has torso printing. See? But either way, that means then you have custom armor you can use on your minifigures. Looks pretty accurate, actually, with clone armor. You could almost build like a clone trooper with his legs and arms. I literally build like a clone trooper pack that... So anyways, yeah. Now, I wish I had a Clone Army Customs helmet of Fox. Because I'd throw this helmet away and put the Fox helmet on it. A Clone Army Customs helmet on it. Because this is very accurate with the actual character. I mean, the rest of it, except for the helmet, don't look at the helmet, just look at the whole body. It's very accurate. And if you take off the armor, give me a second, got to take off the armor. Now, if you don't like the armor, yike! Well, the armor fell on the floor. The armor's pretty accurate, too. I mean, underneath it, it's accurate and has the printing on the arms. So you don't even have to keep the armor on him if you don't want to. So I could almost leave him this way and use the armor to make my own custom Commander Fox. Or buy the actual custom from Clone Army Customs and just put the armor on that. That'd be cool. As for the helmet itself is a garbage can helmet, in my opinion. Needs to be added. Oh well. Let's put him away. Just thought I'd do a video today, do my review. Anyways, as for these are the only good ones. Next to the commando packs, which my commando packs are in pieces because I'm using the armor on custom commando figures, so I can't really consider them bootlegs anymore because I'm using them on existing Lego minifigure bodies now. Anyways, that's it for this stream. Now, for those of you who will rewatch the stream, I will stream as much as I can so you guys can always join. And it's fun to talk with you guys. You're welcome, Exhaustion. I got to get it. I will. Thank you.